Hello there, extending warm greetings wherever you are. You are right on time for the Catholic Focus. I'm Asasha Elizabeth.
And I am Charles Mawaton. Thank you for joining us. We begin this evening with historic development from the Vatican, growing tension in Muranga, and renewed push for technical training here at home.
Plus a heartbreaking rescue mission in the fight against child abuse, and later a glimmer of hope in Kisii as the Open University of Kenya opens its virtual doors. Sign language interpretation for this broadcast is by Eric Maluki.
Just 3 days after Pope Francis was laid to rest, the Catholic Church remains in deep mourning and spiritual reflection. In keeping with the centuries-old tradition, the November Delays, a 9-day period of solemn mass and prayer, are underway to honor and commend the soul of departed pontiff. And
once this sacred rite concludes, the focus will shift to the future leadership of the Church as the world awaits the election of the 267th successor of St. Peter. Maureen Kimani reports.
The Conclave of Cardinals has announced that the conclave to elect the 267th Pope will begin on May 7th, signaling the next chapter in the leadership of the 1.3 billion member Roman Catholic Church. The date was confirmed on Monday morning during the 5th General Congregation held in the Vatican with approximately 180 cardinals present, including just over 100 cardinals electors, those under the age of 80 eligible to vote. Pope Francis, who served for over a decade, leaves behind a complex legacy of reform, humility, and unspoken advocacy for the marginalized. As the world prepares to see white smoke rise above the Vatican once again, prayers continues for the soul of Pope Francis and for the cardinal electors who now carry the weight of choosing his successor. Reporting for Catholic Focus, Maureen Kimani.
Still on Pope Francis' succession news is that Cardinal Bishop renounces participation in upcoming conclave. The Italian Cardinal Giovanni Angelo Bishop released a statement on Tuesday, April 29th, announcing that he will not participate in the conclave set to begin on May 7th.
He noted that he has decided to obey the will of the late Pope Francis, and I quote, "having at heart the good of the Church, which I have served and will continue to serve with faithfulness and love, and in order to contribute to the communion and serenity of the conclave, I have decided to obey, as I have always done, the will of Pope Francis not to enter the conclave while remaining convinced of my innocence." End of quote.
Tension is mounting in Imini village, Gatanga constituency, where angry residents took to the street following the mysterious death of a local man allegedly to have consuming illicit alcohol.
Now locals are calling on Muranga Governor Irungu Kangata to revoke all liquor licenses for traders who have flouted the law, saying the unchecked spread of alcohol outlets is tearing their community apart. Here is that story.
Residents of this small Gatanga village in Muranga County are blaming irresponsible liquor trade for what they call a slow death of their people. Their latest loss: a man found lifeless by the roadside, suspected to have succumbed to the effects of cheap, harmful alcohol.
Na tulikuja hapa saa 11 tukakuta mwana wetu, mtoto wetu amekufia hapa, na amekufa kwa ajili ya pombe.
Hiyo pombe sio pombe mzuri, ni pombe mbaya, sumu kabisa, kwa sababu imeua mmoja wetu na ako hapa tunamwangalia. Iko mwingine anafungwa pampa, ni hiyo pombe. Akikaa badala aitishe chai anaitisha pombe. Sijui iliingia aje huko ndani. Anaitisha nini? Pombe. Badala ya nini? Ya chakula. Anasialiwa na kichungi. Ndio akule ako hapa karibu na sisi. Mama yake ni mgonjwa, anaita watu wakuja wamsaidie. Ndio nini? amtoe choo.
Their anger is directed at bar owners and county authorities alike for what they term the rampant violation of the Mututho law, which restricted the number, location and hours of alcohol selling premises.
Zamani kulikuwa na hii sheria ya Mututho. Ilikuwa inasema mita 300 kutoka kwa shule pasiwe na kilabu, pasiwe na duka kuuzia pombe. Bomba zetu zimeharibika. Baada sheria ya Mututho kutolewa, sasa vilabu vimekuja mpaka vijijini. Mahali tumesimama kuna kilabu. Kwa maduka, duka ni 2, vilabu ni 10. Hapa mbele kwa kijiji kuna kilabu inawekwa hapo. Ni kumaanisha nini? Wanahaja na pesa lakini hawaangalie.
With just 2 grocery stores in the entire village and 10 liquor joints, residents say the balance has dangerously tipped.
Igoro iko na duka 2. Mapombe ndio nyingi. Makilabu ndio nyingi. Na sio pombe mzuri, ni pombe mbaya.
Na tumesema hapa area ya kwetu kuna maduka ya kuuzia pombe ni 10, lakini duka ile inanunua unga ni duka 2. Tukauliza kwa nini tunamewekewa hii maduka ya pombe? Watoto wetu wanamalizika ni hiyo pombe. Wamama wetu wengi hakuna wanaume wote wamemalizwa ni pombe, na tunataka hiyo pombe iishe kabisa. Hatutaki pombe, tunakataa hiyo pombe, tunakataa. Taifa, hiyo pombe inaitwa Taifa ndio tunakataa.
They are now demanding a full audit of all licensed bars and a crackdown on those operating without proper adherence to county or national alcohol regulations.
Mwezi wa 9 nilizika kijana mwingine na bado yaruliwa na pombe. Tunataka kuuliza hii kijiji yetu ya Irimaine, tushazika vijana wengi juu ya pombe. Na saa hii kuna mwingine ako kwa kitanda, hata chakula hawezi akajipea, ni kupewa anapewa. Tunataka kuuliza, tuliamuka asubuhi na mapema, tukaenda kuchagua serikali. Comment, nasikia wewe ndio unasimamia sijui ni sheria manini, anasimamia usalama. Tunataka kuuliza gavana wetu, Kang'ata, mahali huko, tuko na uchungu kama wamama, tunatoka na kuzaa, tunalea watoto, ukigojea mafanikio kutoka kwa mtoto nakuta hakuna kitu unapata.
But beyond enforcement failures, the community also singled out the Kenya Bureau of Standards, accusing it of sleeping on the job, allowing toxic alcohol to infiltrate the market.
Kenya Bureau of Standards, mbali na Mututho, kweli kuna ofisi Kenya hii ama ya East Africa ama wako Kongo, hawakuji kuangalia ubora wa bidhaa, kuangalia pombe watoto wanatumia. Kazi ni license, wao ni kukaa kwa ofisi, hawaangalii bidhaa ambayo watoto wanatumia. Wanawake wengi hapa, wanaume hakuna kitu wanafanya, hawana nguvu. Vijana hawaoi sababu ya kutumia pombe kila siku. Naomba Kang'ata wetu, tafadhalini, tumeni watu huku kwa vijiji, waangalie vilabu vinafunguliwa. Pombe ndio gani watu wanatumia?
They say men have become irresponsible, crime rates are rising, and children are increasingly stealing from their own parents, all symptoms they claim of a community drowning in alcohol abuse.
Watoto wetu na wabwana zetu wameishia kwa pombe. Tunakuomba heri na ukaingilia ili tukapate amani. Wale watoto ni kuchukua vitu za mababa zao, kuchukua vitu za mama wao, wanaenda kupeleka kwa vilabu ndio wakakunywe. Ukiniangalia hivi hata nilikuwa nimechukua kikapu nikachuna majani. Ni vile nilitokea kusikia ndugu yangu amekufa na hata saa hii hajachukuliwa. Nataka kukuomba tafadhali Kang'ata, ingilia Kegoro, ingilia Katanga. Tumeisha na mapombe. Wamama wengi tumekaa bila mabwana. Wasichana watu wataoreka na nani?
Kwani ni mlima tu tutakuwa tukilia na Kerema. Mlima tu. Mwenye alikuwa anatutetea Kalas. Mwenye alikuwa anasimama na Rorere. Lakini tuna serikali. Naomba serikali, waziri wa ulinzi, Murkomen, Kang'ata yetu governor, tafadhali kujeni mashinani. MCA ndiye mtu ambaye yuko chini kwetu kabisa. MCA tulikuchagua. Na tafadhali nyinyi ndio mnapenda license za pombe. Angalieni license za pombe MCA tu bwana Geshope. Tunakupenda na unafanya kazi. Lakini kama watu wanakufa namna hii, Hata ile kazi unafanya si basi inapakwa matope.
As the cries grow louder in the highlands of Murang'a, so too does the call for action to reclaim their villages, their youth and their future from the grip of deadly liquor.
Well, quite a scene, but we hope that the authorities will take the necessary action.
That is very unfortunate event over there. Yeah. You know, families are now breaking down just because of alcoholism.
Absolutely. Wow. And the institution of family is at stake right there. So we hope that they are going to act on that. Moving forward is that over 100,000 qualified 2024 KCSE candidates yet to apply for university placement just a day before the KUCCPS extended deadline. Concern is growing in Funyula constituency over the dwindling number of students enrolling in technical training institutions.
Local stakeholders are now calling for a push for a shift in mindset, urging young people, especially recent high school graduates, to embrace technical skills as a pathway to self-reliance and a solution to youth unemployment.
Paris Wangombe reports.
While speaking in Odia, employment and beating up the menace of unemployment among the youths in the future. He added that the area has realized a decreased number of students joining such institutions this year.
Last year we enrolled watoto 460 ambao walienda katika vyuo vya ufundi. Mwaka huu we've registered 406 ambao wanajiunga na vyuo vya ufundi. Watoto wasimalize shule kidato cha 4 na wanaenda kukaa nyumbani. Serikali.
Apologies for the technical hitches. We'll bring you that story in our subsequent bulletins.
The Cabinet Secretary for Gender, Culture, the Arts and Heritage, Anna Cheptumo, has led a coordinated mission involving government officials, police officers and charitable organizations to rescue 4 young girls who have already endured prolonged sexual abuse at the hands of their own father.
Now, the intervention was initiated after the Affecto Foundation tipped off the ministry about the disturbing situation. In a media briefing, CS Cheptumo confirmed that the minors were successfully rescued and have since been taken to a secure and confidential location for protection and care. Our reporter Deborah Mwanya brings us more on this deeply troubling case.
The Cabinet Secretary for Gender, Culture, the Arts and Heritage, Anna Wedot Cheptumo, in collaboration with police and the Affecto Foundation, paid a visit to the minors when they were rescued at Witethia village in Juja, Kiambu County after serious allegations of sexual abuse that have shocked the community. This took place after reports surfaced accusing the father of sexually abusing his daughters over a prolonged period. The girls, who are 10 years and above, are now in a safe location and are receiving psychological and medical care, with preliminary investigations revealing that their named father had also allegedly aided his daughters in procuring abortions in an attempt to cover up his crimes.
The youngest is 10 years, the oldest is a university student, and they have had to come and stay together to run away from their home. And so as a department, we decided to come because it is being said that is happening, and coming to see is another thing. So we have decided to come and see. These children have been rescued. They are going to be taken to a safe space. We have ensured that they are going back to school has been catered for, and we have made a commitment that we shall make a follow-up, including calling the schools where the children are going, so that they are going to be given the support. The brother was wondering why are my sisters favored by the father? So when this act happened, it was actually, he was molesting the young girl, the one who is 10 years old. So that is when one of the girls realized what was happening. And she wrote a message in her hand, and said, I have actually procured an abortion, and it is my dad who has done it. So she did it on her hand like this. My dad is responsible. So that is how she was able to pass the message, because of the extreme pressure and the frustration that was there.
One of the daughters is said to have detailed to their mother how their father has been luring them into sexual activities and even introduced them to pornography. And that's when the mother sought help from Affecto Foundation to rescue her daughters. In a press briefing at the sprawling village, Cheptumo noted that the ministry won't allow such acts to go unpunished, and that the police have arrested the suspect.
So that is when the mother now called the older sister, who is a student at a university I won't mention, and then the sister confirmed that it has happened to me, it has happened to the other sister. So all the 4 girls have gone through that, but it starts at a very early age when they are innocent. I understand.
There is a question that had been asked: how was this happening? The mother was not aware. It's important to say that the children used to live in Trans Nzoia, and their father works in Uasin Gishu County. So one of the things he used to do is that he used to tell their mother, I want to go with one of the children to go and help me out for the weekend, or for the week if they have a closed school. And that is the time he would, be able to do all this. And it is sad to even hear the children tell you that sometimes even when he decides to do this, he could do as many as 3 times in one night. He takes you, and Madam CS, it's sorry also to say that he introduced them to pornography. And this is what used to make them, to make him want to keep on, telling them this is okay, this is okay, this is okay. The most recent, the eldest of them found him with their youngest sister, who is less than 10 years old. And she had to ask Dad, are you really my real dad? Why would you do this to me and now even our youngest sibling? So, and the dad, of course, you said you will not teach me how to raise you. This is how I want to raise you as a father. So it has been a very, very sad experience. But I want to thank our government. I want to thank God that now the students are looking up to a better day. And we as Affecto, we are there to handhold, we are there to support them, and we want to see that they all come out better.
Despite CS Cheptumo's emphatic declaration that the culprit would bear the full force of the law for the heinous acts meted on his daughters, the man is still walking free. Yes, scot-free, while authorities now pivot to the ever-convenient statement of further investigations, because apparently justice takes a scenic route when it wants to.
The father was arrested and is out because investigations are going on. That incident is not only a grave violation of her dignity and rights, but also a stark reminder of the urgent need to ensure safety and accountability in all private and public spaces. The Ministry of Gender, Culture, the Arts and Heritage stands in full solidarity with the survivor and her family during this deeply distressing time. License until investigation is complete and culprits apprehended.
We now look forward to seeing justice being served to the minors who have suffered emotionally, psychologically and physically in the hands of their very own father. Reporting for Capuchin TV, Catholic Focus, I'm Deborah Mwania.
Quite a troubling story right there. Now, in a significant development for residents of Kisii County, the Open University of Kenya, or UK, has officially launched its campus, offering flexible and affordable higher education options.
This initiative aims to make quality education accessible to all, regardless of location or financial constraints.
The move marks a significant milestone in the region's educational landscape. This fully online public university offers a range of programs designed to cater to the diverse needs of students.
Unlike traditional university, Open University of Kenya provides a virtual learning model that allows students to pursue their studies remotely, eliminating the need for physical attendance.
This approach is particularly beneficial for individuals balancing work, family, or other commitments. University officials emphasized that the institution's fees are significantly lower compared to other universities, making higher education more affordable for many.
They further encourage all interested individuals to enroll and take advantage of this opportunity to advance their education and careers.
Have a look.
Ongelea Open University of Kenya nimeshakuwa na mwenzangu hapa kwamba ni university ambayo ni ya serikali. Tuweze kujua kwamba sio private university, na kwa sababu ni university ya serikali, kupitia kwa serikali yetu ya Kenya tumeweza kupewa tunaweza sema mandate ama jukumu la kuweza kujua kwamba kila mtu hapa Kenya, awe ni mtu mzima, wawe ni watoto ambao wamemaliza form 4, ama ni mtu yeyote ambaye anafanya kazi yetu kama wewe na mimi, watu waweze kupata masomo jinsi wanavyotaka. Kwa nini tunasema hivyo? Tunajua kwamba katika maisha watu wanapata shughuli nyingi sana, na kwa sababu ya hizi shughuli, labda mtu anaweza kuwa anafanya kazi fulani na anaona ugumu wa kuweza kuacha hiyo kazi, kwa sababu ni hiyo kazi ndio inamsaidia kuweza kupata pesa labda za kuweza kulipa hiyo karo. Na kwa sababu ya hiyo, mtu anaweza kupata nafasi ya kuweza kusoma hapa Open University of Kenya, kwa sababu sisi hatukai na wanafunzi kule katika shule za kawaida ama university za kawaida huwa zinataka wanafunzi waje huko shuleni wakae pale ndio waweze kupata masomo. Sisi mwanafunzi anaweza kaa pale yuko kama ni Kisii, mtu yuko hapa Kisii lakini anasoma. Kwa nini tunasema hivyo? Ni kwa sababu sisi masomo yetu yote tunafanyia katika mtandao. Na najua mambo ya mtandao siku hizi watu wameweza kuelewa sana. Tuko na simu zetu ambazo tunapata ujumbe aina mingi. Na tumefika mahali tunasema hizi simu zetu zisiwe tu ni simu ambazo tunapata labda ujumbe tofauti na habari zingine. Ikuwe pia ni chombo ambacho.
And that brings us to the end of this edition of Catholic Focus. As the Church journeys through this solemn moment of transition, we remain committed to bringing you informed, compassionate, and truthful coverage. That's right. Thank you for staying with us from the entire team here on the Catholic Focus. And on behalf of our sign language interpreter, Eric Maloki, we wish you peace and strength in the week ahead. I'm Elizabeth Asasha. And I'm Charles Mawaton. God bless you.